creativity's still at the heart of marketing, but obviously technology is a huge influence and a huge part of it. It's baked in and integrated to so much. So, how do brands compete with big tech companies when it comes to attracting talent from the tech sector?
Mm-hmm. So I think I've already alluded to it, and I might keep saying the same answers over and over again. Play to your strengths.
Yes. Oh, that one can be said a few times. I think frequency is a good one for that one.
And the reason why I say this is I always, in my own personal practice, when I help organizations, I always find it very curious when organizations try to compete with big tech, when they're not in the same sector, they don't have the same level of resources, the career paths don't look the same. So I'm curious why they try to compete.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you're a small, medium business, that's actually quite lovely in the sense that, oh, I suspect that the culture of that organization is quite strong. So it's not a concern, do I know all the people I work with? If you're in an organization of 25 to 100, you probably
Mm.
do. And you probably have values, beliefs, and norms that are reinforced through rituals. So if culture is your strength because you're a small, medium business, oh, fantastic. That's a way to attract talent because maybe for some individuals, that's actually the most important thing for them. They want to feel like they belong to a culture, a family, something like that. So I would say for those kinds of firms, yes, do that. If you're not tech native and you're not part of the tech sector, it's okay. You don't have to be. Play to your strengths in the sense that I was helping out an organization once, and they had come to me with such fervent urgency because the CEO had gone to a conference and suddenly everyone had to have a generative AI
Oh,
strategy
no.
all at once because the transformation was happening. And it was a very curt, somewhat shortened conversation. But by the end of the 30 minutes, I literally had to create a boundary and kind of recap my understanding. And I said, help me understand. You bake bread? And so I am curious, what expectations does the CEO have around generative AI? And in fact, maybe it wasn't so important to have a generative AI strategy, but because that particular firm was a bakery with a regional footprint, so it wasn't national, their opportunity to grow was actually to improve upon their logistics, how
Mhm.
they deliver the bread to the particular customers on time and in a most efficient way. So for them, their engagement with AI wasn't necessarily generative AI, but traditional operations management, machine learning, those kinds of analytics that could help them actually grow their business. And I share that story, one, because it's a little bit funny to think about bread in a generative
That is
AI
pretty
way.
funny.
But two, I encourage brands, yes, AI is important, but there are many different flavors of analytics and AI and data. And so, what actually fits your strategy for business growth should be what drives the types of technologies, data, and analytics you actually employ.